Good morning, how are you? Welcome to Mel's Mindful Moments. Do you feel that every decision you make is yours? Do you feel that you are totally sovereign of your own mind, your body, your thoughts, your actions? When I pulled the card this morning, surrender to the magic of who you are, I found myself thinking about whether we accept exactly who we are, whether we believe we are more than we are, going down that road. And then that was followed by remember the magic within you. And I thought, this seems to be a theme. Then that was quickly followed by I am who I am. Yeah, this was about accepting ourselves. We are stronger than we think we are. We are more magical than we think we are. We are capable of more than we think we are. And then I got, you are entirely up to you. Now, as I got this one, I thought, how often do we blame others? How often do we put excuses up for our behaviours, our thoughts, the way we are? We blame our background, our childhood, others. And often we do blame authority figures of some sort. That we were somehow pushed, coerced, encouraged against our will in some way or another, and that it wasn't our responsibility of how we behaved or acted. I'm sure we can all think back to times when we were younger that we may have put the blame somewhere else. So this went down the road, and I remembered, I looked it up again, of something called Milgram's original experiment back in the 1960s. And this was motivated by the trials of Nazis who had stated that the reasons they committed the atrocities towards others was that they were only following orders. So Milgram wanted to ascertain whether people could be coerced to behave and cause pain to others simply because they were asked to do so or told to do so by an authority figure. So he set up an experiment where he asked for volunteers, and one was sat in one room and one in another. And so let's say participant A was sat in front of some dials and told that on the other side or in the other room was the other volunteer who was attached to some electrical cables, and that participant A would ask questions of participant B, and if participant B got them wrong, A was told to administer an electric shock, and they were told that it was causing them pain. This started with a low voltage, but it went up to, I understand, about 450 volts, which I understand would probably not cause just a lot of pain, but could kill somebody. And this went on, and most participants, over 82%, because they were told you must continue by the person in the white coat and a clipboard, that you must continue, you volunteered, they continued to administer these shocks right up until 450 volts. Now, obviously that person was not connected to those cables, but the person administering them did not know that. So this experiment was then repeated later on by a chap called Jerry Berger. He was a social psychologist, and he found that people are still willing to administer the electric shock. He said that many said that lessons had been learnt from the Holocaust and would argue that there is greater social awareness now of the dangers of blind obedience. But still, most of the participants continued to administer the shocks up to 450 volts. This horrified me. And then this was repeated in 2015 at a Polish university, I understand. So we think that we would know better, that we had learned more, that we were more independent in our thinking, that we were stronger, that we would question something we thought to be wrong or immoral. And yet he found that even though people, when asked if they would do this, they would say, no, I would refuse. When he carried out the experiment in 2015, still over 90% were willing to administer the painful shock. Scary, eh? So, how much would you say you are in control of you, of your thoughts, your deeds? How much do you believe that you are entirely up to you? Do you take responsibility for your actions, or do you still maybe use the excuse of blaming someone else, blaming your background, your past? These may all be relevant, but maybe this has come at a time for us to really step up and to be honest with ourselves of how much of our life is truly ours. How much do we give over to someone else telling us how to live our life, how to behave, how to dress, what gadgets to have, our social side, what to do, what looks good, how to treat others? Do you really surrender to the magic that is truly you and own that? Or are you a shadow of what others say is the right thing to do? Tough question today, I know, but I'll leave you with that. And I will see you soon.